everyone, welcome to Flexibility Script. This video is going to be going into a banded movement mobilization that helps open up all the musculature around your hip and has a big impact on your hip capsule and giving it a lot of freedom of motion and restoring hip internal and external rotation. This release could be found in the book Release Your Flexibility Potential with Banded Movement Mobilizations, and if you do have the book, it's available on flexibilityscript.com and amazon.com. There's an ebook format too that you can find on amazon.com and on the Rubber Bandits website as well. The Rubber Bandits bands are the bands that I love using for banded movement mobilizations, and I have one already anchored into the door behind me that I'll be using. So this mobilization, if you do have the book, it is found on page 73. I had maybe a year or two ago originally shot this video, and the video doesn't have that great of lighting or angle, and this is a hard one to shoot, so I'm hoping I'm able to capture all the angles in it. So again, it's the Banded Hip Rotators release, and there's about 4 parts into this mobilization, and you can do 1, 2, 3, or all 4 versions, but it'll really help open up all the musculature around the hip very gently and effectively. So all you need is a band, and I already have it anchored behind me, and this mobilization really gets into the joint capsule. And in order to get into the joint capsule, if it has some restrictions and limitations, it won't be able to move freely. So even if I stretch the musculature, the only way to get into the hip capsule itself is with a banded movement mobilization, at least to get into it on your own. If you're not seeing someone that uses like a traction belt, the bands kind of work the way traction belts do to help create space in the joint and a distraction, and you'll start adding some movement to be able to clear that capsule and give it this ability to move and slide and glide and be fluid and automatically have an impact on the musculature. So to get started, I'm going to be demonstrating it on my right side. So I'm going to be coming back, and I'm going to get so that my right leg is the one that's in the band. I already have the band set up behind me, and it's set up so that if I was to kneel next to it, it's right around hip height. So once I have that, I have a door anchor that's up by ferro loop, and that's what keeps the band secured. So I'm going to take the band, and I'm placing it so that it comes up so that it's right around the front of the hip here. Once I have it there, I'm going to be walking out into some tension, and that tension that I'm walking out into, I just want to make sure I have full control over it. I don't want to walk out too far where I feel I'm going to be bungeed right back to the band. So I'm walking out till I feel it. And now the very first part of this is I'm just going to be sitting back into my hips, almost like a child's pose in yoga, and I'm going to be driving my hips slightly forward. I come back just a little bit less tension. So I'm going to be sitting back and then driving forward. If for some reason this starts being a bit bothersome on my hands and wrists, you can always transition so that you're going onto your fist. Again, I'm driving forward, and then I'm sitting back all the way. Driving forward, sitting back all the way. And then move the camera real quick. Okay, so when I'm doing this here, I want to make sure that when I do come forward, that I don't go into full hip extension. The reason for that is that there's a great chance that the band will slip and will come out under you, and it's not necessary to do. So your knees are lined up, and I'm just coming forward and then sitting back. And what you'll feel on this one is nothing but the band. You'll just feel like you're going into some tension that you feel from the band and coming back. This little oscillation moving forward and back is what helps gently clear restrictions around the joint capsule. So it's like if you were to take a steel paper clip and try to keep bending it back and forth until that paper clip has some give. That oscillating back and forth to bend the paper clip is what we're doing with our hip and the band here. That as we keep going in and out of tension, that we end up having this nice effect on improving that mobility inside the hip capsule. So that's part 1. So knees are lined up, and I'm just going forward and back. Part 2, I'm going to be taking that knee and I'm going to be bringing it forward just like a knee's worth, meaning just bringing it up just slightly so one knee is in front of the other. Now from here, that knee that I didn't move forward, so the leg that's not in the band, I kind of use it to push off to propel myself forward a bit more, and then I sit back all the way. Again, come forward and sit back. And I keep going forward and back, big inhales, big exhales. When I sit back into this one, it's normal to feel like you're sitting into an awkward position. It's just because I've increased hip flexion on this hip by bringing that knee forward. So it's normal to sit back and be slightly off when you sit back. Again, forward and back. When I do these, I usually aim anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions when I'm doing all 4 parts. So let's say this is 10. Once I'm at my last one, this is where the fun begins, because from here I'm going to be really working on restoring rotation in the hip. So the first 2 are really effective. If you feel some stickiness in the front of your hip and maybe that femur has slightly shifted forward, parts 1 and 2 of this mobilization really help gently mobilize that femur back to help start clearing that restriction that you feel in the front of the hip. So part 3 and 4 then really get into opening up the rotator. So what you'll do is you're going to lift that leg up. That's the leg that's not in the band. You're going to take this bottom leg and you're going to rotate it in. From here, you use that knee to block that ankle. Now you can also use your hand to kind of take you to the end point, and then you use your other knee again to block it. So however you like, just kind of find that end point and use that knee up against that ankle and leg to block it, so you're in this like figure 4 position in a way. It doesn't matter if you're here where your foot lines up with your knee, or if you're further back. It's no wrong or right. Just kind of find where your end point is, and we can get working with whatever range of motion you have there. So from here, the first 2 ones I was sitting back. On this part 3, I'm kind of sitting into the corner. So it's kind of like I'm sitting into the hip, driving my hip back, and then coming forward out of it. Sitting back into it and back. So it's almost like I'm sitting at a 45 instead of directly back. I'm kind of sitting into that hip. Sometimes you may feel a stretch right in the hip of that banded leg as you sit back into it and come out of it. So that's part number 3. Now these things are really great if you are lacking that flexibility to get into things like in yoga, like a pigeon pose, or just like a standard like butterfly adductor stretch. Sometimes that tension in the tissue and range of motion limitations in the outside of the hip will impact your ability to do things like that. And this is like part 1 to really helping clear up with the band, helping clear up those restrictions in the tissue and get things moving and opening up. So part 3, we're here. Part 4 looks exactly like part 3, where my legs are going to be in this position, except I'm going to turn in the direction of the band. So if the band's on my right side, I'm going to turn to the right, and I usually start by just turning my hands, and then from there I'll slowly kind of crawl so that I'm turning and so that I'm lined up, so that I'm exactly like I was over here, but just completely turned at about a 45 degree. Now once I'm here, I'm going to kind of be sitting into the band, and then I'm going to drive away. And on this part here, it's like when I sit into the band, it's like I'm sitting in the direction of the band, and when I drive away, it's like I'm driving sideways, and I'm getting this bit of a lateral distraction in the hip. So again, I sit back and drive away. So very simple movements. All of these 4 parts just involve me kind of sitting in the direction of the band and gently driving away. I could be small, just as so, or little small oscillations, or I can really be pushing into bigger oscillations to have a bigger impact on range of motion. So again, if I was to break down all 4 parts, part 1 is I'm on all 4s, the knees line up, and I'm just driving forward and sitting back all the way. Driving forward and sitting back all the way. I can reach my hands out to make it more of a child's pose at the end, and then coming forward, and sitting back. Part 2, bring that knee slightly in front of the other knee, the banded leg knee that is, slightly in front of the other knee. Keep that other leg on the ground and propel yourself forward, and then put that knee back and sit back into that position. Again, drive forward, sit back. That's part 2. Part 3, I'll come forward and I'm going to take that leg and I'm going to rotate and then use that knee to block it. And then I'm again sitting into that hip, driving forward, sitting into the hip, driving forward. That's part 3. Part 4, turn, turn, turn. Same thing, sit and drive away from the band. Sit into that hip, drive away from that band. And those are all 4 parts of that banded hip rotators release. When you're done, if you were to come up to a standing position, you should feel usually more fluidity in the hip. It should feel like someone injected some WD-40 into it, and you should have an improvement in hip flexion, along with if you were to take your leg, I'm going to stand real quick, so it should feel a lot easier to pick up the knee and bring it up towards you in comparison to the side that didn't do it. If you take your leg and check some internal rotation, external rotation, it should also have a nice improvement in both rotation, internal and external rotation. And it should just feel freer and more open and be ready for you to kind of move forward with any lower body exercise, more active flexibility exercises, or just kind of going on living your daily life with a maybe less pain or less restriction or stickiness in your hip capsule. So I hope this helps. Again, if you want more information and more details, you can find the book Release Your Flexibility Potential on flexibilityscript.com or on amazon.com or rubberbandits.com too. So, all right, bye. Give it a shot.